You might have heard somewhere that carbs are bad for you, but in reality, carbs aren't the devil in food form, or at least, not all of them are. Carbs are in fact necessary for our survival. Without them, we'd feel tired and lethargic, we wouldn't have much energy, and we'd even struggle with our ability to concentrate. All carbohydrates are broken down during digestion into their constituent parts, sugars, which is probably why they get such a bad rap. But we need a certain amount of sugar in order to function, and crucially, for energy. However, not all carbs are created equal. Some carbs, such as white bread, pasta and rice, sugary breakfast cereals and processed foods, are quickly broken down into simple sugars, flooding the bloodstream with glucose, giving us a sugar rush, which quickly disappears, leaving us wanting more of the sweet stuff. These are the unhealthy carbs. But others are broken down into more complex sugars, slowly releasing their energy over time and sustaining us throughout the day. These, unsurprisingly, are the good carbs, and they generally also contain other nutrients beneficial to health. So, let's look in more detail at these good carbs and why we should be eating them. First, if you're new here, like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our new content. 1. Lentils. 1 cup of cooked lentils contains almost 40 grams of carbohydrates. There are a few different types of lentils, including orange, green, and pui lentils. Relatively cheap, low in calories, but nutrient-dense, lentils provide fiber and essential vitamins and minerals, as well as carbs and protein. Studies have found that eating lentils as a regular part of the diet can help to protect against heart disease by lowering the risk of someone developing risk factors for heart disease such as obesity, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and type 2 diabetes. 2. Sweetcorn. 1 cup of sweetcorn contains 20 grams of carbohydrates. Sweetcorn has a low glycemic index, meaning that it releases its sugars slowly into the bloodstream. This means that we don't experience a sugar high, then followed by the inevitable low that means we're craving more sugar. Instead, the sugars are released slowly, sustaining stable energy levels, keeping us fuller for longer, and less likely to feel hungry as quickly as we might after eating a high-sugar food with a high GI. 3. Chickpeas. 1 cup of cooked chickpeas contains 19 grams of carbohydrate. Chickpeas are a type of legume, along with lentils, peas, beans, and some nuts. They're a great source of plant-based protein, and as such make a popular alternative to meat. They're rich in slow-release carbs, and studies have linked eating chickpeas with a lower risk of developing heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and digestive problems. Other studies suggest that a diet rich in chickpeas can also help to better regulate blood sugar and insulin levels, and as such, can play a beneficial role in weight management. 4. Beetroots. 1 cup of raw beetroot contains around 13 grams of carbohydrates. Rich in inorganic nitrates that are converted to nitric oxide, beetroots can potentially lower blood pressure. It does this by having a dilating or relaxing effect on the blood vessels, allowing more blood, and therefore oxygen, to flow around the body, lowering blood pressure. The extra oxygen is also a boost for athletes, who sometimes use beetroot supplements to enhance performance. 5. Sweet potatoes. 1 cup of cooked sweet potatoes, complete with skins, contains around 40 grams of carbohydrate and are a healthy alternative to white potatoes. They contain roughly the same amount of carbohydrate gram for gram as regular white potatoes, but sweet potatoes contain more fiber than their white cousins. This means that they also have a slightly lower glycemic index than white potatoes, meaning they release their sugars more slowly. The slower the sugar release, the better stabilized both our blood sugar levels and our hunger. 6. Oats. 1 cup of oats contains 54 grams of carbohydrates. Oats are one of the healthiest high-carbohydrate foods, as they're rich in a type of soluble fiber called oat beta-glucans. Soluble fiber dissolves in water from the gut during digestion, forming a jelly-like substance, thereby slowing down the passage of food through the gut. This has the advantage of making us feel fuller for longer and less likely to snack. But most advantageous of all, oat beta-glucans can slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream and cholesterol into the gut. Therefore, consuming oats helps to reduce our blood sugar and cholesterol levels, both of which are good for our heart health and our overall well-being. 7. Brown rice. 1 cup of cooked brown rice contains 36 grams of carbohydrates, along with essential vitamins and minerals, and is a healthier alternative to white rice. The bran and germ of the rice grain contain beneficial vitamins and minerals such as vitamin B1 and B6, calcium, iron, and magnesium, which are lost during the processing of white rice, where the bran and germ are removed. Brown rice has a lower glycemic index, GI, than white rice, meaning that it doesn't cause a sharp blood sugar spike. 8. Buckwheat. 1 cup of cooked buckwheat contains around 25 grams of carbohydrates. Despite its name, buckwheat isn't actually a form of wheat. In fact, it's a seed, and it's naturally gluten-free, great for anyone following a gluten-free diet. It's highly nutritious and a good source of protein and fiber, and is thought to contain more beneficial minerals and antioxidants than many other grains. Studies have also found links between eating buckwheat and a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. 9. Quinoa. 1 cup of cooked quinoa contains almost 40 grams of carbohydrate, along with other essential nutrients and protein. Known as a complete protein because it contains all of the essential amino acids that the body can't produce itself, it's a popular plant-based protein. Such high-protein foods help to keep us fuller for longer, as protein releases its energy in a sustained way. This means that quinoa may help us avoid snacking between meals and help us lose weight. 10. Kidney beans. 1 cup of cooked kidney beans contains 21 grams of carbohydrate. Kidney beans are also rich in fiber and micronutrients, such as iron, copper, and folate. Carb-wise, kidney beans are rich in starches called amylose and amylopectin. These bean starches release their energy slowly, as digesting them takes a relatively long time. This means that rather than causing a sharp blood sugar spike, they cause a slow and sustained rise in blood sugar levels. 11. Goji berries. 1 cup of prepared goji berries contains around 32 grams of carbohydrate. Goji berries are also rich in healthy fiber, which contributes to their carb content, supports a healthy bowel, and helps to keep us full. But the nutritional prowess of goji berries comes from their high carotenoid content. Carotenoids are compounds that give goji berries their deep red color, but they also act as powerful antioxidants. These antioxidants in particular support good cognitive function, meaning that they support a healthy brain that's able to think, remember, concentrate, and reason well. 12. Mangoes. 1 cup of peeled, chopped mangoes contains around 25 grams of carbohydrates. Most of the carbohydrate content of mangoes comes from their fiber. The rest is from their sugar content. Because they're so sweet, they do contain fairly high levels of sugar. So if you're watching your sugar intake, keep mangoes as a treat. That said, mangoes are super rich in vitamin A, which looks after the health of our eyes and vision, and vitamin C, which plays an important role in our immune system and the health of our skin and blood vessels. So if you're after a juicy vitamin hit, mangoes are it. 13. Apples. 1 medium apple, complete with its skin, contains around 25 grams of carbohydrates. Rich in fiber and water, apples are surprisingly good at filling us up as a healthy snack between meals. The fiber in apples helps to slow down the absorption of other carbs in the diet, which in turn helps to stabilize blood sugar levels. This could be good news for protecting against developing type 2 diabetes, as fiber has been shown to help improve the way the body deals with sugar management. 14. Dates. Naturally sweet, dates can only really be eaten a few at a time. But 1 medjool date contains 18 grams of carbohydrate. Much of the high carb content of dates comes from their fiber, so snacking on dates is a great way of increasing your fiber intake. Fiber helps to protect the bowel and keep it moving regularly. Not only that, the fiber in dates helps to slow down digestion, meaning that the gut has more time to absorb nutrients. Dates also have a lower glycemic index, GI, than granulated sugar. This results in sugars entering the bloodstream more slowly, reducing sugar spikes and therefore reducing sugar cravings. 15. Bananas. 1 medium-sized banana contains around 27 grams of carbohydrates. Most of their high carb contents comes from fruit starches, the rest from fruit sugars. Fun fact, the less ripe the banana, the more starch and less sugar you'll be consuming. Starch from bananas helps to support a healthy gut by feeding the good bacteria that reside there. Bananas are packed with potassium that supports good heart health by having a naturally lowering effect on blood pressure. They're also rich in vitamins B6 and C and make a perfectly healthy snack. To learn more about this incredible fruit, check out our video 10 surprising health benefits of bananas. Without healthy carbs, we'd struggle with a lack of physical and mental energy, so don't neglect them. Let us know in the comments which healthy carbs you eat regularly. Like this video if you've learned something today, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more weight loss and nutrition guidance.